All right, folks, let's get real here. Have you ever been just sitting there minding your own business, trying to enjoy your day when, bam, someone starts yelling about Trump like you personally asked for their dissertation on modern politics? Maybe it's your aunt. Maybe it's that random guy at Starbucks with a loud opinion and a Save the Planet shirt. Whatever it is, it's like clockwork. Can you feel that itch? That rise in blood pressure? Yeah, that's what I thought. You might be dealing with what scientists, and I use that term very loosely here, are calling Trump Derangement Syndrome. Yeah, it's real, apparently. TDS, the big one. It's where people lose their over every little headline. And hey, it's not just one side or the other. Doesn't matter if you love him, hate him, or you're just sick of hearing about him. No one's immune. See, some people just can't stop. They're out here catching symptoms like it's a seasonal flu. And that's where we come in. Introducing the first and only FDA questionable treatment for Trump Derangement Syndrome. Finally, a little relief for all those folks out there who, honestly, just need to chill. Alright, so you might be wondering, what are the symptoms of Trump Derangement Syndrome? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. Let's start with the basics, shall we? First up, uncontrollable rants. You know what I'm talking about. You bring up literally anything like, hey, I got a new coffee maker, and they're off. Suddenly you're knee-deep in a rant about democracy and the downfall of society, and you're just trying to figure out if you need to grind your beans or not. Then there's the social media marathon, an endless scroll through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, probably LinkedIn too if they're really desperate for an audience. They're out here posting, sharing, liking, sometimes from bed. And don't even get me started on the memes. It's like, look, Linda, I get it, we all get it, just put down the phone. And let's talk about the articles. Oh, they're reading all of them, every single one. Can't just skim the headline, oh no. They gotta dive in like it's the Sunday crossword, analyzing every line like they're preparing for a debate that no one invited them to. And if that wasn't enough, they get this thing. It's like a twitch every time someone brings up the news. You say president, they're suddenly wide-eyed like they've been called to testify in front of Congress. They're sweating, clutching their pearls, like someone just insulted their mother. Oh, and how could I forget the recruitment phase? Suddenly they're at every gathering trying to rally troops like they're running for office. Doesn't matter if it's a wedding or a funeral, they're out here whispering. So what do you think of the current administration? It's like, buddy, I'm just here for the cake, all right? So if any of this sounds like someone you know, congrats, they might just have TDS. All right, so you're probably thinking, what can Calmitol do for me? Well, let me tell you, it's practically a miracle in a bottle. Calmitol works fast to help those suffering from TDS finally find some inner peace. Imagine this. You're at Thanksgiving and instead of jumping across the table to defend your stance, you're just eating your turkey. Wild concept, right? With Calmitol, you can scroll through social media without feeling the urge to write a 10-paragraph essay. You'll see a headline, maybe shake your head like a normal person, and then move on with your day. And you'll be able to watch the news again. No yelling, no eye twitching. Just a calm nod, maybe a shrug, then you change the channel to something that doesn't raise your blood pressure. Revolutionary, right? With Calmitol, you can finally be that person who just lets things go. No more debates at the grocery store. Just you, living life, unfazed by the latest headlines. Now, like any medication, Calmitol does come with a few side effects. You know, the usual stuff. Dry mouth, mild dizziness, occasional fatigue. Nothing you haven't felt after a big lunch, right? You might feel a little drowsy, but hey, that's just the relaxation kicking in. Oh, right, there's a little more to it. Some users report a sudden urge to listen to smooth jazz music, which is weird but harmless. Or you might find yourself having deep, existential thoughts in the cereal aisle. You know, like, is this really the brand of oats that defines my life? That kind of thing. And, look, in rare cases, Calmitol may cause an uncontrollable craving for canned tuna, compulsive knitting, or spontaneous profanity-laden rants directed at household appliances. Don't be alarmed if you find yourself lecturing the toaster for burning your bagel. Happens. A very select few might experience an unexplainable need to bark at squirrels or whisper secrets to their indoor plants. One guy reported that he couldn't stop knitting scarves for his neighbor's dog, who doesn't even wear clothes. Then there's the people who develop an irrational fear of refrigerators. Look, if you're barricading the fridge at night with kitchen chairs, maybe go easy on the dose, all right? In extremely rare cases, patients have found themselves compulsively shaving their pets, performing interpretive dance at bus stops, or attempting to communicate telepathically with their neighbors. I mean, maybe this is good for the community, who knows? but not recommended. And if you start hoarding spoons, narrating your own life like it's a soap opera, or identifying as a 17th century sea captain, well, that's probably a sign to call your doctor. So yeah, Calmitol might cause a few quirks. So there you have it, folks. Calmitol, the miracle pill for those suffering from Trump Derangement Syndrome. Whether you're freaking out over the headlines or sweating through dinner debates, Calmitol might just be your golden ticket to peace and quiet. Imagine finally living life without turning every conversation into a town hall meeting. Think of it as the gift that keeps on giving to everyone around you. Because let's be honest, no one wants to be that person. Cornering strangers, shouting opinions in the produce aisle, acting like you're single-handedly saving democracy by boycotting coffee brands. So why wait? Ask your doctor if Calmitol is right for you. Side effects be damned, right? Because anything is better than living with TDS. Calmitol, finally, peace and quiet for everyone involved. Take it. And maybe, just maybe, we can all get back to talking about literally anything else.